Well, hello everyone. Thank you for watching today. And today is another day that I'm asking you specifically to pay attention to what I'm saying. Last week we talked about how Congress is passing unconstitutional laws that actually aid and abet enemies of this nation. If you did not see last week's program, you can go to insightUSA.us and it is streaming on our website. With the House Speaker Paul Ryan now leading our lawmakers, he has secured the funding for criminal activity. He has secured the funding for enemies of this nation to be funded. And I don't want you to be afraid to face the facts. If not now, if we don't face the facts, when will we ever do it? Today, I'm going to expose the plan of Paul Ryan and the Congress, which he now has in total control. There's 19 Republican senators that vote with the Democrats to continue the Democrat agenda, and there's 100 congressmen that vote with the Democrats, and they have for 7 years. And now, I have named those congressmen who are masquerading as Republicans, Republicrats. And with the help of Democrats, they are planning, it's already on the table, it's in the $1.2 trillion omnibus bill that was just passed, signed into law by the president, and it has a plan to eliminate Social Security. It does nothing but twist the meaning of our pension plan. And we pay this, all of us, but they have given it and twisted its name and meaning as an entitlement. They're merging Medicare with Medicaid while keeping their pensions and giving themselves full pay and full health care for life, with only working approximately 600 days if they show up for all of those days required. That's 113 days per year. But most of our representatives don't work that many days. They pay little or nothing into their pension program, and their pension and health care are exorbitant, and that's actually what they should be classifying as an entitlement. In fact, they should do more than that, and we're going to discuss it today. So I want you to call your friends. I want you to tell them Faye is on. It's time for the facts and a revolt to stop unconstitutional activity in our government. I am Faye Hardin, and this is I want to share some scriptures with you today to validate why I believe that if we stay on the wall and we keep the faith, that God will deliver America. But it's going to depend on you and I. In Psalms 43, in the Founder's Bible, which I recommend everyone to get, beginning with verse 1, "Vindicate me, O God, and plead my case against an ungodly nation. Oh, deliver me from the deceitful and unjust man." When I lead our intercessors in the prayer teams and with our face facts that I publish every week to lead a network, powerful network, Intercessors with Insight, to pray 2 hours a week for America in teams or individually with me, I use the name of America in the scriptures. It says, "Vindicate America, O God, and plead her cause against ungodly leaders. Oh, deliver America from the deceitful and unjust man. For you are the God of America's strength, and we do not need you. And it says, why have you rejected America? Why do I go mourning? Because of the oppression of the enemy. Oppression is taking over people's minds, emotions. It's robbing them of their strength. And it is the spirit that's driving our country to poverty, to uselessness, to lethargy. But look at verse 3, and this is the prayer. Oh, send out your light and your truth, and let them lead me and America. Let them, that is light and truth, bring America and me to your holy hill and to your dwelling place. Then I will go to the altar of God, and to God my exceeding joy. And upon the lyre I will praise you, O God, my God. And in Psalms 44, verse 4, it says, you are my King, O God. Command victories for America. Command victories for me and my life and my family. And through you, we will push back our adversaries. Through your name, America and the intercessors and the people of God will trample down those who rise against us. For America and I will not trust in my bow, nor will my sword save me. But you have saved us from our adversaries. You have put to shame those who hate us. And this is how you read the scriptures and you prophesy them over the areas that you need God's deliverance in. So that's what I've been doing. And I want you to take, before I go to our fact sheets, take a moment, and I would like for you to write down our website, insightUSA.us. Go there, enter your email, so you will get my fact sheets, my e-blast, and also you can stay updated on how we're praying, what we're praying for, and current events that threaten our sovereignty, security, and freedom, and our Christian heritage. Do it right now. Don't just sit back and look at me anymore. I need you to participate and get our action points and then act on them. We must be able to let our voices be heard to the people that we've elected to office to represent this marvelous country. Also, they vowed to uphold this Constitution. They vowed to protect us from enemies, both foreign and domestic. And everyone who contacts me, either by email or by mail, I appreciate all the donations. We need all we can get as fast as we can get them. So much is happening. We must increase our audiences. I want to send you a Constitution as my gift to you. If you'd like to lead a prayer team, if you'd like to join a prayer team, or if you need prayer, please call 407-265-0700 and press 2. And let us hear from you. Or go to my website. Email me at Faye, F-A-Y-E, USAinsight@gmail.com. We want to hear from you. We want you to get involved. And we'll show you what we give to our intercessors on a weekly basis that keeps them informed, keeps them united, keeps them powerful. And when you put God first, and when you act on His Word, not just hear it only or talk about it, miracles happen. This ministry is blanketed with miracles happening for our intercessors, unprecedented miracles of God. So if you need a miracle, You need to put God first. And this country is in dire need of intercessors who will do that. We're talking today about extortion. So, oh my goodness, I can't hear that word where you can hear it. And it will not bite you, but it will set you free if you can understand what it's about. We have lawmakers that didn't start with this administration. It goes way back, and we should have dealt with it a long time ago. Like we should have never let Bible be taken from our schools. I'd love to have someone call a take the Bible to work day, because we're told that it's illegal to have a Bible in your workplace. It's illegal for our military to see a Bible exposed with any of its leaders. How did we get to that place? Because we ignored what was taking place, and we should not have, with the lawmakers and even the White House, the presidents. And it didn't start again with this president, and it didn't start with just a Republican or a Democrat. So get over all of that. I'm not here to defend anybody or try to convince you that one person's better than the other. Right now, I'm going to prove to you that we had better know what's going on in this election, and we would pray out every demon spirit that's controlling what is taking place in our country. That's what it is. Satan said he came to steal, kill, and destroy. So, by talking about extortion, lawmakers concerning Social Security, you must know how to let your voice be heard. We must know how to pray in these perilous days. We must know the scriptures, and we must bind the lies, and especially the lies that God is dead. All that is done that God is going to do is what everybody's saying. Not everybody, I'm sorry. A lot of people are saying. God has done for America all he's going to do. We are Babylon. We're going to go up in smoke. People are running to the hills. They're doing weird stuff. I won't even go into it because it's not worth our time here. But God is not dead, and he is not done with America, and we must fight the good fight of faith. The truth sets us free. I'll be right back with information you do not want to miss. Watch this. Hi, I'm Faye Hardy, and I'm preparing our intercessors to assume the responsibility God's given us in 2016. Blanket America with the gospel. Don't miss this month's Partner's Gift, Faith to Move Mountains. This is by Judge Hal Moraz, an attorney and counselor at law in Georgia. He's also a judge. It's a powerful book. You have to grow to be an intercessor. For those that'll give a $50 monthly gift, we need partners. We want to send you this month's Partner's Gift, Faith to Move Mountains. You've got to build your faith. Or if you would just like to make a one-time gift of $100 and ask for Faith to Move Mountains and become one of our prayer warriors that's going to take America for God. Well, we're going to go now because I'm really believing that this program, other programs with this information, is going to get your attention. And we don't need to lower the expectations of a program to what a few people can comprehend. Our nation has been dumbed down, and it's a deliberate dumbing down. But what I read, when I read that the goal of Paul Ryan, and he has enough votes to eliminate Social Security, that elimination has already gone into process with the bill of the omnibus bill, and the announcement that this year the seniors receiving Social Security would get no cost of living increases. So let me show you what they're doing with the trillions of dollars just this year, and I'm going to go backwards and let you see how we have had corrupt politicians that have robbed Social Security and lied about where the money came from, and then they spent it, and it is in both parties. So I just want you to stay neutral in what I'm saying to you. But when they took the $1.1 trillion omnibus bill, they passed it in a dark room at night. Nancy Pelosi, the president, and Paul Ryan brought this bill from, voila, here it is, a $1.1 trillion omnibus bill that the Congress did not even have time to read, and they did not write, which is the first unconstitutional thing about it. This is what they put in it. They agreed to fund the migrant surge. They funded every immigration program that has been put in motion by executive orders. The president's expansion of the refugee program through Syrian migrant resettlement, the issuance of nearly 300,000 visas to migrants from Muslim countries in the next year alone, all Mideast immigration programs, sanctuary cities, Obama's confirmed executive amnesty for Dreamers, which is before the Supreme Court right now, as whether that was a move that was constitutional or not, Homeland Security's diverting funds from national security to the invasion from third world countries coming across our southern border, and the resettlement of Mideast aliens, Mideast Muslims, and that are all of the resettlement, and we're paying for all of this. Millions of foreigners in our country, and we're picking up the bill for it. $150 million to Mexico. So we believe, the people that read that believe, it's to pay them to allow the people coming out of Central America without a visa for Mexico, but to bring them through our southern borders as an invasion. The omnibus bill releases 6,000 criminals from pension back on our streets, and there's more. I can't read all of this, but the thing that we're talking about now, it fails to allocate funds for the double-layer border fence. But what else it does? The climate change is totally funded, and Obamacare plus Planned Parenthood. But let me show you what it also has concerning Social Security. The Ryan budget proposes large cuts in Social Security and Medicare and Medicaid, and this is literally Communism 101. Our Congress didn't read this, but they voted to make this happen. But they didn't make any cuts in their congressional pension program. The Ryan plan would raise taxes for most middle-income families, and they would take a substantial part of Social Security, and $150 billion they would take out of Social Security, and this plan this money would be diverted to pay for disability. This came out of the Ryan budget. Money diverted that was paid in, and the diversion is only the first step, because based on that plan, the Social Security is going to be bankrupt and eliminated. And the reason for that is because they robbed it. It wasn't spent for people who paid into it. They've used it for everything to make sure there is nothing there. And they've ignored the fact that it has been totally robbed. The sweeping changes is the Ryan plan would cut traditional guarantees of Social Security benefits substantially compared to the benefits now scheduled to be paid. Now, I have written a special report on how and who robbed Social Security, and I really want to lead the charge to save Social Security, but you need to know the facts. We have the people who voted for this treasonous omnibus bill. I have their names listed in one of our face facts, and you can get all this information by contacting me, but you need to get my special report on what they've done, the lawmakers have done unconstitutionally, that is totally extortion, that Social Security has been bankrupt, and who actually began to rob it and what they did with the money. I want you right now to just take a moment. I want you to write down our information. I want you to put a donation in the mail because we need our television to sponsor itself. If you want this program to stay on the station that you watch, you must support it. Our ministry, our partners have invested in television as an outreach for this program so that we could bring you the facts instead of trying to create a spot that you would buy something and then we would pay TV time with it. We don't have time to create spots to put anything that is not going to raise up intercessors, not going to equip you to understand what's going on in America, to allow you to understand how your government works and the dangers that we are in because of corrupt politicians. And it begins not at the president's door. It begins in Congress. It's Congress that the Constitution gives the authority to spend the money and raise the revenue. They have passed the buck, and they have literally, unconstitutionally, give authority for unelected bureaucrats in federal agencies, the president, the Secretary of State, and Homeland Security to spend trillions of dollars that are unaccounted for, basically with no oversight from this Congress. The buck must stop with the Congress. You must know how to communicate with them, who they are, and that we must retaliate or nothing is going to change in the 2016 election. I need you to call me right now, email me, or write a check and say, Faye, I stand with you. We will save Social Security and America. I would encourage you today to get my DVD on Obamacare, The Untold Story. We uncovered in our research who wrote this bill and why. It merges the amnesty bill with the Obamacare bill for the sole purpose of establishing a one-party system. You see the people and the faces. It was not the Congress. It was unconstitutional, and this DVD will be a life changer for you, and you'll understand why seniors must get the facts. The DVD is available. Senator Ted Cruz says that because of this disastrous law, millions of Americans are out of work or unable to find full-time work. Seniors are dying at the hands of Obamacare.
Get Obamacare, The Untold Story DVD today. Call Faye now.
Well, the time flies when you're having fun. I know to some people this will be the most boring television program on the air, but for others, it's one of the most exciting because they already have a sense that there's something wrong. Just want to give you a couple more facts, but you need to get my report on saving Social Security and where it went. In 2008, the Social Security Trust Fund was $2.4 trillion. 2.4, that's what was in the trust fund. Now I have, beginning with Bill Clinton, he robbed Social Security put it in the general fund, and spent it. And all of the people with Bill Clinton today that's saying we balanced the budget, they did not. They robbed Social Security. We also have President Bush after that, because he cut the taxes on Social Security in order to fund the Iraqi war. He took over $1 trillion out of Social Security. You can go all the way back to Johnson. President Johnson robbed Social Security for the funding of the Vietnam War. None of this has ever been paid back. And just with the $1.1 trillion omnibus bill, they took $150 billion out of Social Security, declared that it's bankrupt, and they're going to eliminate it and bring our pensions down to an entitlement. We can't allow that to happen. The words that are being twisted in order to deceive America must end. I'm asking you today, I need for you, number one, become a prayer warrior with me. I give you everything you need every week to pray 2 hours for this country. I need for you to be a partner. If you can partner $20 a month, $50 a month, I need for you to do it today to keep this program on the station that you're on. You're going to have to help us fund it. And third, I need for you to pray that God will give us an avalanche of support so that we will teach action, especially to the seniors. Our next program, I'm going to show you how they robbed the Veterans Trust Fund. This is not fair. These people do not have the authority to do this. 98 senators trashed the Constitution to give Barack Obama the authority to negotiate with the #1 state-sponsored terrorist in the world. How can we continue to just think an election can change that?
Faye wants to hear from you. Her desire to see America come out of exile is raising up one of the most powerful, informed, anointed, and united prayer networks in America for America. She is organizing Christians for the U.S. Constitution to give uncompromising believers back their voice and witness. If this program has blessed you and you believe in what Faye is doing, contact her, pray with and for her, partner with her. She would love for you to host an Insight rally in your church or city. Organize an Intercessors with Insight prayer team or join one. For a complimentary pocket-sized Constitution or Faye's fax, call or email Faye 407-265-0700 or faye.usainsight@gmail.com. Write Insight USA, P.O. Box 917689, Longwood, Florida 32791.